Imagine this, you get a phone call and it sounds like you. Every nuance, every pause, every subtle inflection, exactly how you speak. But it's not you. It's not even a person, it's a machine. This isn't science fiction anymore. It's happening now. In today's video, we're diving into a technology that's both mind-blowing and mildly terrifying. AI voice cloning. The tech has evolved from robotic impersonations to near-perfect replicas of human speech. And companies like ElevenLabs, OpenAI, and others are leading the charge. But with great power comes great ethical nightmares. From impersonation scams to fake political speeches, the lines between reality and fabrication are becoming dangerously blurred. So how does it all work? And where does this leave us as a society? Stay tuned as we break down the jaw-dropping tech, explore the latest tools, and examine the massive implications of synthetic voice technology. Whether you're a tech geek or just a curious human, this is one story you won't want to miss. AI voice cloning is the process of creating a synthetic version of a human voice using machine learning. Essentially, you feed a computer audio samples of someone speaking, sometimes as little as 30 seconds. And it can generate a digital model that sounds just like them. The system then uses this model to generate new speech, saying anything you want in the cloned voice. It can mimic tone, emotion, pacing, even breathing. Some systems even replicate laughter or vocal fry, the small details that make voices unique. Early versions sounded robotic and artificial, but with modern breakthroughs in neural networks, especially deep learning architectures like transformers, cloned voices now sound indistinguishably human. In blind tests, many people can't tell the difference between a real voice and an AI clone. This isn't just a gimmick. The applications are already being felt across industries, from entertainment to customer service, and the consequences are growing faster than we're prepared for. At the heart of modern voice cloning is deep learning, particularly models trained on massive data sets of human speech. These models learn how speech works at a granular level, from intonation to rhythm to contextual emotion. ElevenLabs, for example, uses advanced neural networks to synthesize voices with stunning accuracy. Their system can not only replicate your voice, but do so with different emotional tones: calm, angry, excited, based on the context of the text. Then there's OpenAI's voice engine, which was introduced with minimal fanfare but is making waves behind the scenes. It reportedly requires just 15 seconds of audio to generate a highly realistic voice clone. And because it's built on the same foundational models as ChatGPT, it's incredibly contextual, able to modulate responses based on tone and situation. Other platforms like Respeecher, Descripts, Overdub, and Meta's VoiceBox are also pushing the boundaries. Each has its own strengths. Some are better for voiceovers, others for live conversations, but they all share one thing in common. They're blurring the lines between real and synthetic speech. The possibilities for voice cloning aren't all scary. In fact, some are downright amazing. One of the biggest uses right now is in the entertainment industry. Think movie dubbing, audiobook narration, or even bringing back the voices of historical figures without ever needing the actor in the studio. Accessibility is another area where voice cloning is proving transformative. People with speech impairments can now reclaim their voice by creating a digital replica of how they used to sound. This opens the door to more natural communication for individuals affected by diseases like ALS or throat cancer. Then there's customer service and virtual assistants. Instead of the cold, robotic voices we've come to expect, companies can now offer AI agents that speak in warm, human-like tones, or even in the voice of the customer's favorite celebrity. Even in education and content creation, cloned voices are enabling creators to scale up without burnout. Need to narrate 50 videos a month? You can now record one and clone the rest. It's fast, efficient, and frankly, game-changing. Like most powerful technologies, voice cloning comes with a darker side. As impressive as it is, the same tools that allow creators to generate synthetic narrations or restore lost voices are now being misused for fraud, impersonation, and misinformation. There have already been real-world cases where scammers clone someone's voice to pose as a friend or family member, convincing loved ones to send money in fake emergencies. In some situations, all it takes is a few seconds of publicly available audio, from a voicemail, YouTube clip, or podcast, to create a convincing clone. It's easy to imagine how this could be abused in phishing scams or social engineering attacks. Public figures are especially vulnerable. Think about the potential for a cloned politician's voice saying something controversial, or a celebrity seemingly making a statement they never said. In the age of misinformation, voice cloning becomes a powerful tool for deception, capable of adding a terrifying layer of authenticity to false narratives. Then come the ethical questions. Who actually owns your voice once it's been cloned? Should individuals have the right to control, license, or delete their digital voice data? What happens if your voice is used in ways you never consented to? Or worse, without your knowledge at all? To address these concerns, some companies are exploring audio watermarking, requiring user consent before voice cloning, and even implementing safeguards to flag synthetic audio. Governments are also beginning to step in, but regulation is still catching up. As the tech advances, building responsible frameworks will be just as important as improving the models themselves. So are we heading into a revolutionary new era of voice technology, or something a little more uncertain? On the one hand, the benefits are significant. Voice cloning can restore speech to people with vocal impairments, enhance digital assistance, and speed up content production for educators, marketers, and creators alike. It can even allow someone to speak multiple languages in their own voice, which has incredible potential for accessibility and global communication. On the other hand, we have to ask, what happens to trust in a world where hearing someone's voice is no longer proof of anything? When a voice can be fabricated to say anything, the consequences for journalism, public discourse, and even interpersonal relationships could be profound. That said, this doesn't mean we should fear the technology itself. Like any tool, it depends on how it's used and how we choose to shape its development. With thoughtful policies, clearer consent standards, and better public awareness, AI voice tech could evolve into something truly beneficial. One thing is certain, this technology isn't going away. It's evolving rapidly and will play a growing role in how we communicate, create, and connect. Whether that future is something to be worried about or amazed by is up to all of us. Thanks for watching Tech on the Mind. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button, subscribe, and leave a comment. Would you be okay with your voice being cloned? And what rights do you think we should have when it comes to protecting our digital identities?